like I said, 14 signed up.
14, yeah, came last week, and they were writing down all their page numbers and stuff.
And this was supposed to be the meeting that they told us, yes, I'm in, or no, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Such an important meeting.
Yeah.
My name is Kristen, and I am taking video game art and animation. I'm in the second year.
My name is Eva Blackyear, and I am taking the video game art and animation program.
My name is Jordy Lund. I'm taking the video game art and animation program here at Holland College.
I'm Jake Much. I'm one of the co-editors for Comix this year.
I'm Holland McDonald, and I'm a second year graphic designer.
I'm Jude Shepley, and I'm second year graphic design.
Okay, I'm Charlie Williams. I'm from the Holland College graphic design program. I am in my second year at the college. This is my third year in a row that I've been in the Comix project.
Hey guys, I forgot the meeting.
Yeah, okay, it's going on right now. So if you hand out, yep, in the graphic design.
Yeah, same room as always.
Yep. Is there anyone else?
In your class? Anyone else in your class involved?
Yes, there is. I think he's smoking.
Comix is a collaboration between students and the programs, like the media programs down here. So include fundamental arts, graphic design, video game art and animation.
There was a project that Sandy started, and then last year he really wanted students to get involved in it, so he kind of stepped back, and we just had like the last year's graduates, like 3 of them, and they solely did it, and that's kind of where we're going, and we want to keep it going, and we hopefully inspire some first years so they do it next year too.
Jude was probably the first to mention it, that we should take this up again next year, and I was all for it. And I think then Holly came in after that.
Yeah, well, it's like we're pretty.
No, we're pretty. Like we all were like secretly like, oh, we gotta do this next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like we kind of like knew from the beginning that it's like it's us 3, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And it's like we're all really hard workers, and we can trust each other too.
Yeah, we get along.
I guess I feel like us as a team will be okay. It's like it's hoping that everyone stays inspired enough to
keep going and finish for the deadline.
It's a lot of good experience. Like
You get to work with everyone else.
Yeah, it's a compilation. It's deadlines that aren't your class deadlines. Like homework usually feels a little different than something like this, and it's getting interviews and learning how to talk about your stuff and going out to signings and
being public about your own work instead of being stuck in a classroom where you're just only showing it to the teacher.
Yeah, it's exposing yourself, but in a good way, and in a way that we kind of all need as artists.
Just as much as I've played video games, I've read comics. I just have a collection at home, and I just go out and really look forward to sitting down and reading them at home or going out and buying new ones.
I think it's really, really great. Anything that's a collaboration of artists coming together with their different views is fantastic. It's just sort of like being able to look into the window of so many other people's minds and projects, and it's really, really great to see what they're about while being entertained by a story.
I wanted to do it last year, but I didn't really have the time, and this year I have more time, so I thought it would be a good thing to try out. Yeah.
So and who's that right there?
Okay, that would be Athena.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah, looking at the well, we don't do much comic booking in this course, so I thought I'd like to get my hands in that kind of art genre. It's also an opportunity to kind of push myself to just get stuff on paper instead of keeping it in my head. Just getting stuff on paper and trying out different approaches and ideas kind of turns off that inner critic, and you just kind of go with it and see what happens.
What a storyboard is, if you don't know, is it just is kind of like the framework of your comic, what your panels are going to look like, where they're going to go, little details that you want to include for each panel, so that whenever you're going through and doing your penciling and your inking, you know exactly what you're looking at. To draw a lot before I started doing digital art, I would just do my pencils and my inks because that's what I really enjoyed doing. I was really inspired by comic book art, and so that's what I do. I practice my line quality and stuff like that. So it'll be really exciting to go back to that and actually do that again.
how people tell a story, and especially any kind of story that makes me feel intense emotion, I'm particularly drawn to. You know, there's a variety of styles. I find that there's just so much you can do with comics. I'm planning on doing 3 pages. I find it actually really hard for this sort of thing, condense my thoughts into a well thought out, well paced kind of story. So it'll be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm excited.
This is part of the process that I'm really enjoying, with just putting stuff on paper and kind of finding out where the story should go or where it works.
It's a really good opportunity for people that may have been interested and didn't think they'd get an opportunity to ever do something like this to actually go out and do it now.
The inspiration for my piece last year came from 3 characters that me and my friends had created for Dungeons & Dragons.
What are you planning on doing for this year's comic?
I'm either considering doing another kind of like a sequel fantasy illustration to this one with another character, or going into the sci-fi genre and
something. And you can see them on their swing, so it therefore displays that the 2 of them know each other and that they're friends. Really great experience. I like coming to the meetings. I like hearing input from other people. I like hearing other people telling me about what I could do with my art. I like telling people what I think they could do with their art, since because I've done comics 3 years in a row. And I love hearing input from people that don't know anything about comics and or don't really read comics, or maybe know about it but didn't know that I'm able to make them and go, oh, Charlie, wow, you did that? You guys are all really talented. You're gonna go places. That's something that's really close to my heart. This side, yeah.
The story is about Ananse, who is a West African god. He's the god of legends and stories. And in the myth, this guy god Naomi, who is right here, has taken all the stories.
I just really liked the whole experience, and I really liked having that physical copy of like, hey, look what I did, and hand that out to people and just physically show them. Because if you tell someone you do graphic design, a lot of people don't even know what that is. But if you show them something that you made, like, that's cool.
I'm doing a twist on Little Red Riding Hood. So the original story obviously is the wolf comes and eats Grandma and tries to eat Little Red Riding Hood as well, so I thought it'd be funny if switch that around, make Little Red Riding Hood evil and the Grandma and the wolf are on the same team, so it's like a superhero sidekick sort of thing.
Right now I applied for a 3-page comic, and I'm honestly thinking of changing that to a 1-page illustration, just because it is rather busy and I know that I may not have a lot of time. I would want to do an illustration with like a whole bunch of like characters, like fantasy characters, I guess, like dragons, goblins, werewolves, whatever, but like crowd them all into this one illustration and just make it really cool and colorful and popping.
This is just like my sketch blog, so it's things that I've done in class or personal stuff. And I'm kind of thinking about a little, it would be like a nod towards like gender identity and sexuality and kind of like other issues that I think are important to mention, but it would be, there's this monster who's going about his life, and everyone's just like, you're not a monster, you're this pretty little girl. And yeah, it's like in the, like starts of things that I scan and then turn digital, so oh, that's kind of cool. This comic is a representation of the art department and like everyone who has artistic skills and the collaboration, so it's like something someone can take home.
Then he looks at the note to see that the 2 of them are kissing each other.
Is that how it ends? Oh wait, you have a twist ending, right?
Yes, it doesn't stop there, but I haven't quite drawn it up yet. This 3rd one is going to include all the stuff that I needed to do, put it all into one big comic, and hope that it's going to be the best one. Like a rock group trying to release their 3rd album. This is supposed to be the very big one that everyone's supposed to say is the best.
Little Red Riding Hood goes berserk, wolf comes in, saves Grandma, and Grandma and wolf live happily ever after.
Just looking for like accomplishments in myself and for everyone around me, and making it look really nice and cool. We
have really good artists this year, and I'm really excited to see what they do.
We want everyone to be happy so that like when next year comes around, it's like they'll be, you know, they'll jump on board again and continuously, so that this becomes a real habit of like, you know, the Holland College comic book.